Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Sully and today I'm going to bring you a high round strategy guide on the map of the Giant. So to get right into it, there's only going to be one door that you want to keep closed for this strategy. And that's the door right beside the Shiva. The next thing you're going to do is make sure that you have stamina up in your game. So there's going to be two ways to do this, one for local play and one for online. For local, it's just going to be really simple. If you have a black dot in the top right corner of the snow, that's going to mean it's stamina up, as you can see here. So for online play, it's going to be a little bit different. You're going to want to actually shoot the snow in certain spots, and if you hear the glass breaking, that's going to determine what perk you have. Therefore, for stamina up, what I like to do is roughly get me crosshairs between the two wooden bars on that door on the right, and then bring your crosshairs right over to the middle of the snow, and if you start shooting in that spot and you hear glass breaking, as you can see by my perkaholic now, it's going to be stamina up. But if you're not used to looking for that exact spot, I imagine it could actually be quite hard to find. So it might actually be easier trying to shoot the dead shot glass because there's a lot more margin for error there. And it's also easier to line up. So all you do for the dead shot perk is just align your iron sights with the top of that wooden bar, then shoot in the middle of the snow. If you hear glass break and it's going to be dead shot, so just restart the game until you don't hear the glass break. There's going to be one more thing that you can do before you get into your high rounds, and that is you can get some extra perks on the Giant. Not many people actually know about this because it's so rare, but if you hit the teleporter, it actually has a small chance of giving you a free perk. So what I'd recommend doing is, I would hit the teleporter 3 times, and that's because if you get a drop from all 3 of the teleporters, you'll have time to teleport on the 3rd time, run over to where the free drops are and pick them all up before you actually lose any. But if you teleport a 4th time, then you're going to lose the drop that you got from the first teleport. So hopefully you end up getting some free perks like I did. So now on to the early round strategy. So what you're going to want in order to run this is the Wonder Waff, the RK5 of Turned, and the HVK with Fireworks. Perks wise, assuming you didn't get any free perks, you're going to want to run Double Tap, Mule Kick, Juggernog and Stamina. Or if you want Quick Revive, I'd recommend swapping Double Tap for Quick Revive. So this strategy is going to be taking place on the mainframe in spawn, and all you're really going to be doing is just waiting for the zombies to get onto the mainframe and then to shoot you off to get rid of them all. But if the zombies aren't quite on the mainframe yet and you see a nice opportunity to get a lot of kills if you off, feel free just to shoot you off to speed it up a little bit more. And another prime opportunity for this is, like you just seen us do there, and I'll probably do it at some point in the future as well, the alleyway on my right side right now has 3 different spawns that come from that same alleyway. So quite often when you look down there, there's going to be 10 plus zombies down there, so if you shoot you off, you're going to speed up the game quite a lot just with that one shot. And of course, make sure that you keep shooting your turn zombie out and keep shooting your fireworks just to save ammo and speed it up even more. And one more thing about this strategy, whenever you pop an alchem, I'd recommend just going crazy at all the spawns. So to start pre-fire in every spawn window in this room. So now on to more of a mid-round strategy, to be honest. So once you get to like the round 90s or 100s, you can no longer complete rounds by camping without an alchemical or something like that. So what I'd recommend doing is re-patter punching your RK5 to the point where you have dead wire on it, and then swapping the HVK for the Shiva and then get turned on that. That way if you can't camp a full round, you can just start training. Now it's probably going to be efficient to do this up until about round 110, 120. But after that, you're going to want to switch to the high round strategy, which is running 3 AATs. So Deadwire, Turned, and Fireworks. Therefore, at this point, I'd recommend swapping the Wonder Waff for the HVK with Fireworks, and this is going to be your strategy for the rest of the game. Alright, so this strategy is going to be kind of self-explanatory in terms of you're just going to be training with your 3 AATs, but there are going to be a couple tips that I can give you. So one of them is, if you ever get in a bad situation, and sometimes you might hear a bad situation coming, and what I mean by that is, you might hear 3 or even 4 dogs spawn, I'd recommend just running straight up to the mainframe. And what I mean by that is, obviously there's going to be no zombie spawns on the mainframe, so once you get up there, all the zombies are going to be either behind you or climbing up the mainframe, which is going to make it so the zombies have to take quite a bit of time to get to you. So within that time you can turn around, you can shoot the dogs that are on the map, or you can regenerate your health. So I kind of like to think of the mainframe as a safe haven when you're doing the training strategy. So before I move on to any more tips, I'm going to let the gameplay play out for another 20 seconds or so. Then I'm going to come back and show you a few extras. Alright, so one of the risky scenarios you can get yourself into when running this strategy is going to be when you get forced down the Shiva alleyway. So there's going to be a few different ways you can go about handling this. One of them is if your fireworks is ready, you just turn around, shoot the fireworks, and the fireworks will create a gap in order for you to run out. Another way is to just train your way out of it. So when you're doing this, I'd recommend not shooting dead wire at all when you're down here. And then just killing some time, taking the exact same lines that I'm doing now, and you should be able to just run straight out. And the third way is going to be the easiest way. Once you see that you're getting forced down here, just chuck a monkey and then run out, obviously. So now I'm going to show you a couple ammo runs. Obviously I'm not going to need to show you the RK5, it's just right there. But the Shiva, one way you can do that is to shoot fireworks, and then as soon as fireworks has killed everything in the alleyway, just run down by your ammo and then run back up. Now moving on to the HVK, which is going to be a little bit more interesting. So what you're going to want to do for this is get a bit of a hoard up. Probably want to get almost the full hoard up just to avoid any risk. Run down towards the trap where the KRM is. Make sure that you're looking at the zombies the whole time, because the way the Black Ops 3 spawns work, if you get so far away from the zombies and you're not looking at them, they're just going to despawn. So once I hit the trap switch, as you notice, I'm looking at the zombies the whole time, making sure that all of them are going to die at the trap. Run to your HVK ammo, buy it, and then teleport back to spawn, and then just continue training. And one more thing, let's say you take it down on a high enough round to the point where you're going to want to pat a punch mid-round. So what you're going to want to do is, obviously after you've recovered and got your perks back, just get the horde up in the spawn room, then run over to the pat a punch machine, chuck your gun in the pat a punch, drop down on the left side. Now run over to the RK5 area, and it's going to be really important to kill quite a lot of time here. Because if you don't kill enough time, you're going to get your gun from the pat a punch, and the zombies aren't going to let you drop down. So if you've killed enough time, you should be able to grab your gun from the pat a punch machine, drop back down, and I'll show you one more time. So get the horde up at the RK5, kill some time, put your gun in the pat a punch machine. Pretty sure you've all got the gist of it by now. It actually gets a bit scary when you kill this much time at the RK5, purely because you think that you're going to lose your gun to the pat a punch machine. But it does actually stay in there for quite a long time. And then get your gun from the pat a punch machine. So that's going to be it for the video. If this video helped you out, be sure to leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.